So you're looking to sell Pokemon cards, but where are you going to find cards like this to sell? Or even bulk cards? Where are you going to come across them? If you're here, you might be in a similar situation to a lot of folks like me who are looking to sell cards online, but there's only a certain amount of cards that you have to sell. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through at least 7 different ways that you can go about sourcing bulk cards, collections, etc., to piece apart, sort through, and sell online. So thanks for joining me. My name's Logan with Driftless Cards, and today, as I mentioned, we're going to talk about sourcing. Top 7 ways, or at least 7 that are plausible for most people. Now, when I say most people probably watching this don't have distribution, don't have that distro access. I say most, not all. Some people are lucky enough to have access to distribution or know somebody who does and can get some product, but most people don't, at least not yet. And so that leads me to option number 1, which is your local closet, your own personal collection. Typically, most people who are into the hobby have a personal collection, have duplicates, have triplicates, have cards sitting in shoeboxes that are just waiting for something, waiting for an opportunity to be sold. Now, this isn't scalable. It'll only get you so far, but it will at least get your foot in the door. Going through cards that are from packs that you have opened, or maybe your family, are a great place to start. Which leads me into option number 2, which are other people's personal collections that you may know, other people's bulk. Let's say you go to your local card shop every Wednesday and play in the Pokemon free play night. Try to ask around. See if people have a shoebox of bulk that they're looking to move off of. You might just be able to scoop up some trainers, some reverse hollows, things that aren't necessarily doing anything for people just sitting in a cupboard, but that you could go through. So besides that kind of local connection, the next step number 3 would be to expand that radius a little bit further from yourself to your friends and acquaintances to level number 3, which is kind of an online community. Looking in a Facebook group, a Discord group, you name it. If you're a member of a Pokemon community online, chances are somebody in that community is looking to get rid of some cards. Not for free, you can pay a fair rate for bulk. Not that hard to figure out what they have, if they know what they have, if it's sorted or not. You might be able to pay just a little bit more if you know you're going to save yourself some sorting work. And more often than not, I've seen in the groups that I'm a member of, people will actually post that they're looking to sell, looking to sell these code cards, looking to sell these bulk cards. That's a excellent place to start. Maybe make a post yourself saying that you're looking to buy. That way it's a little bit passive, where you have a lead out there to potentially generate some traffic to come your way. Provide a way for people to, send you a DM, contact you if they have cards to sell. Moving one level beyond that would be kind of the broadest grouping, which is trying to compete with everyone else in the world on eBay, on Mercari, on, you name it, online. OfferUp. Now, this gets a little tricky. You have to somewhat your sight unseen. You can go based off of feedback. You can go based off of photos, but there is probably going to be a little bit more of a chance element here. Is it going to be sorted already? Are the night stretchers and the counter catchers already pulled out? But maybe they don't disclose that. You never really know. So there is a little bit more of a risk. Obviously, the feedback score helps some, and if it's not purely bulk that you're looking for, you definitely could try to source a collection on eBay or a collection on Mercari. If somebody has, perhaps I've had good luck with people listing photos of a binder and saying, Pokemon binder. Maybe they don't disclose what's in it, but the photos will show. So you're already having to go that little extra step of digging into the photos, and not everybody is going to do that. Plus, as we all know, there's almighty algorithms. Everybody is getting served slightly different listings. Maybe it's slightly based on your past browsing history, slightly based on your geolocation data or your past spend. So it doesn't hurt to check some of those bigger marketplaces. I've had some really good luck, some things to look for, maybe misspellings of things, or people that are just in too much of a rush to even go through and list it properly. They're just listing it as, I need, I want the cash, I want this binder gone, I'm ready to be done with the hobby. That's a good opportunity for somebody like you to come in and scoop that up, give them the sale that they're looking for, and then give yourself some of that new inventory to sort through. Now, if you've exhausted all of that, or you don't feel like competing on the eBays and the big marketplaces, somewhere else that's worth trying is Facebook Marketplace. Now, I consider this to be different than a Facebook group, which is, specific to the niche where we're in, but Facebook Marketplace, try a bunch of different keywords. Try Pokemon, try cards, try trading cards, really anything on Marketplace. Expand your search radius to, really include anywhere that you're comfortable driving to, or meeting. Again, there's that word, that meeting. You're meeting people. There's a little bit of an unknown there, but there's ways to do it safely. You can request to meet in the parking lot of a library or a police station or somewhere else, a well lit area. Obviously, most people are good and are not sketchy, especially those who are actually looking to make a sale, but there is still some opportunity there. Another kind of a bonus tip as a point five here, you definitely could try asking people on Facebook Marketplace. If you see somebody that's posted a bunch of sports cards and you don't sell sports cards, it might still be worth sending them a message and just saying, hey, do you have any Pokemon for sale? Any Pokemon bulk? Any Pokemon collections? Because maybe they do. Or maybe they don't, but their little nephew does. So you never know. I've had some actually pretty good luck that way, hitting up some sports card sellers, hitting up some action figure sellers, anything that's, plus or minus 20 degrees of what you're looking for. It's worth just sending a message. You've got to assume some people aren't even going to reply. The worst they can say is no. There's really no harm in just sending a message and asking, say, looking to build my collection, looking to sell online, whatever your case may be. Ask. It doesn't hurt to ask, especially if it's, somebody who isn't incredibly close to the hobby anymore, or maybe their kid was. It's great to ask. Get your question asked, get some input back if they can sell something else. Now, the next option, in at least my experience, might be garage sales. Now, this takes two forms. There's obviously going in person, hitting up garage sales, yard sales, moving sales, estate sales, anything that might have that opportunity. But it could also kind of be back to our old friend Facebook Marketplace. People will post photos of their garage sale. So try searching for garage sales on Facebook Marketplaces, yard sales, rummage sales, flea markets, etc. Looking at opportunities to go in person. And once again, even if you're looking at photos of a garage sale and you don't see cards, or you don't see Pokemon listed in the text that they've written up, but you do see a table full of video games and you see Pokemon games on that table, I would absolutely send a message and ask if they happen to have any cards that they're selling. Now, you're going to have to work with them maybe on price. Maybe they're reasonable. Maybe they're not. Maybe they're looking for you to make an offer that's fair and reasonable. So you never know. Again, it never hurts to ask. This brings me to number 7. Number 7 is actually going back and repeat asking people that you've already talked to once before. If you were able to pick up a shoebox of bulk from the buddy that you play with at your LCS, maybe ask them again in a few months. See if they've sourced anything in that. Maybe they picked up a collection and picked through it and, now have some more bulk for you. Maybe you were able to get a good lead and you had a good experience with somebody in a Facebook group that shipped you something. You left each other positive feedback. Hit them up again. I have several people on my, quote unquote speed dial that have access to more. It's kind of like building your own little distribution network. One of the individuals that I've been in contact with has a small rip and ship, and they don't ship the bulk. They just ship the hits. So they have an accumulation of bulk, or even of some of the more bulky EX or V cards or things if people, don't want it or choose not to have that shipped to them, that they have at their disposal. So once again, if you've maybe bought from somebody on eBay, you liked that transaction, it went well, you got good product, save their seller store, heart it, save it, go back, check again. So at the end of the day, that should be 7 different ways for you to try to source some more bulk, more collections. And for those of you who've stayed with me this far in the video, I would really like to highlight a giveaway that I'm doing right now. We've got 3 different options, the first of which we're giving away this Charmander Bulbasaur Squirtle from base set. Second giveaway, Cyndaquil Totodile Chikorita from Neogenesis, their first appearance. And then lastly, we've got this reverse holofoil Entei. Yes, this is the Wizard of the Coast, the Black Star that was given out at the movie theater. If you've never seen it before, it's beautiful. In order to win this, it's really easy. I'm just trying to grow a channel here. I would love if you could like and subscribe and stick around and be a part of our community here. We're trying to grow this out, trying to reach my goal of 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. Additionally, I would love it if you'd leave me a comment. You can just say hi if you want, but what I would really like is if you could let me know what kind of videos you're looking for. What kind of content could I give you that would be valuable? I'm a seller, I'm a collector, I've been in the hobby pretty much my entire life. You tell me what kind of content you'd love to see, and I will, I will randomly pick from some of those comments on this video and on my introductory video posted to my channel previously to get some free goodies. So thank you very much, and I hope to see you around in the next video.